Now, Democratic Congressman Adam Schiff of California, who was the lead impeachment manager for Donald Trump's first impeachment trial. Congressman Schiff, the facts are the facts, and everybody knows what they are. You either believe they're impeachable or not. But the facts are that President Trump peddled a lie, and his lie was why the people went to the Capitol that day. So what do you say to Schoen, who's now going to be making his argument to the Senate tomorrow?
Well, you better have a better argument than that. When the facts are against you, as they are, and they're so overwhelming, the House managers presented a really compelling case. Then you don't want to talk about the facts, and you attack the other side for the delivery of their presentation. But I don't think even the Republican senators would suggest that they found that presentation somehow to be entertainment. I think that in itself is degrading the seriousness of what the senators saw. And they were shocked, and they should be shocked. I was there, and I was shocked to see a lot of that footage. So I think the senators take it very seriously. I know the managers do. And defense counsel would be wise to take it seriously himself.
So let me ask you, our legal analyst, Ross Garber, has been saying Trump's lawyers, the president, they haven't yet argued, the impeachment managers, that President Trump intended for the violence to happen by inciting an insurrection. So that's the point that he's sort of making. Obviously, the fact that the rioters were there to begin with was because of the lie that Trump peddled. All that clearly has been proven. But he's saying on that specific point that they haven't made the case that Trump intended for the violence to happen by inciting the insurrection. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't agree with it. And I think the managers showed abundant evidence that the president knew exactly what he was doing, that he didn't pick that day at random. That was the last chance he had to stop the certification of the results. And when he told them to go to the Capitol, when he told them that they needed to fight like hell, what was the point of that? How is that going to stop the steal, so to speak, unless they use violence to interrupt the counting of those votes? So he knew exactly what he was doing. And if you had any question about it, that tweet that he put out at 6 o'clock that night when people lay dead because of his incitement, this is what you get. These are the things that happen. And the events that happen, he said, when you take away a landslide victory like this. And so he knew exactly what was going to happen. He was indeed gleeful about it. And it was eminently foreseeable and indeed, I think, willful.
Well, it's interesting that you say it. He did say these are the things that happened when it was all done and people were dead. That is how he responded. And it is a good point that you make, right? That how else did he think they were going to overturn it? They weren't just going to do that by standing outside. So let me ask you this. Another thing that could be incredibly powerful here would be witnesses. Now, some of them certainly wouldn't want to appear. That could be crucial. But witnesses could be very important. It doesn't appear that there are going to be any witnesses at this trial. Obviously, you did bring witnesses in the impeachment that you led. How can Democrats make the argument that we shouldn't hear from Capitol Police Officer Eugene Goodman, from someone like him?
Well, what we urged in the first trial is that we be allowed to present the case as we thought best, and we wanted witnesses, and the senators wouldn't allow it. Here, the House managers believed that the most powerful case they could make was the one that they just did, and they didn't need to have live witnesses. And I think that the evidence was so overwhelming that they presented that they made the case without adding the additional uncertainty of bringing people in who are, always going to be inherently unpredictable. So they made a compelling case. If the defense chooses not to call witnesses, that's their decision as well. But it's a strategic decision. And I have to say, I think Jamie Raskin and the managers have made all the right calls.
All right. Well, Congressman, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.